Hello my dear students, I warmly welcome you to CR Digital Classes. So in this lecture, we are going to discussing one of the important theorem from the third unit, that is the diagonal theorem or the diagonalization theorem. So this is the first theorem of this unit. You know very well, the name of the unit is diagonalization and linear transformations. So in this unit, we are going to discussing about diagonalization of a matrix, and so we are going to discussing about the linear transformations. Okay, so we are going to discussing now. First of all, observe the statement of the theorem. The question is state and prove the diagonalization theorem. That is the name of theorem of this unit. So first of all, statement is, name of the theorem is the diagonalization theorem. And n by n square matrix capital A is diagonalizable matrix or diagonalizable if and only if it has small n linearly independent eigenvectors. Okay, so whenever you take a matrix capital A, that is a square matrix with order n by n matrix. Okay, for this matrix is said to be diagonalizable. Okay, so this matrix is said to be diagonalizable if and only if, what is the condition? That matrix has small n linearly independent eigenvectors. Okay, small n number of linearly independent eigenvectors. You know very well eigenvectors. There are eigenvalues for matrix capital A, and for the eigenvalues corresponding eigenvectors also there. Those eigenvectors are linearly independent eigenvectors. Then the matrix capital A is said to be diagonalizable. Okay, so in fact the equation capital A is equal to P into D into P inverse with capital D is a diagonal matrix, satisfies the conditions if and only if. So the first condition is the columns of capital P are small n linearly independent eigenvectors of capital A. The columns of capital P. So here capital P is one square matrix, it is also inversible matrix. For this matrix we can also find that inverse of the matrix. Okay, so therefore for this matrix, columns of this capital P are the small n linearly independent eigenvectors of capital A. That means for the capital A you will get linearly independent vectors. Those linearly independent vectors will become columns of capital P. Those linearly independent vectors will become as a columns of capital P. Second condition, the eigenvalues of capital A are the diagonal entries of matrix capital D. Okay, so eigenvalues of capital A are diagonal entries of capital D. Okay, here we have overall three matrices, the matrix capital A and matrix capital P and matrix capital D. Okay, for matrix capital A, you can see here, for matrix capital A, we'll get eigenvalues. Okay, eigenvalues. For the same matrix capital A only, we will get eigenvectors. These eigenvectors we can allocate to. These eigenvectors we can write as the columns of capital P. These eigenvectors we can write as a columns of capital P. Now these eigenvalues of capital A we can write as the diagonal entries of capital D. That is only they are saying the eigenvalues of capital A are the diagonal entries of the matrix capital D corresponding to the eigenvectors in capital P. This is the one of the important statement of this unit 3. Okay, so e theorem lo, so we are going to discussing about diagonalization of a matrix. Ante random ga in this linear algebra, so whenever you take a square matrix, especially square matrix, okay, not a rectangular matrix, especially square matrix, whenever you take any square matrix capital A, that is order 2 by 2 or 3 by 3, whatever it may be. Okay, so for those types of square matrix, if you want to say that square matrix is a diagonalizable or diagonal matrix, okay, so the condition is the columns of eigenvectors of capital A are linearly independent eigenvectors. Okay. For that capital A, we can apply the characteristic equation. After that, we can get the roots of the characteristic equation. Those roots are only called as eigenvalues. Corresponding to the eigenvalues, we will get eigenvectors. Eigenvalues వస్తాయి lambda equal to 1, 2, 3 something format లో. ఆ lambda is equal to 1 కి v suffix 1 అనే ఒక eigen vector వస్తుంది. lambda is equal to 2 అనే వాల్యూ కి v suffix 2 అనేది సమ్ lambda is equal to 3 or minus 3 కి మనకు v suffix 3 ఇలా డిఫరెంట్ eigen vectors వస్తాయి మనకు. ఆ eigen vectors అన్నిటిని ఒక మ్యాట్రిక్స్ ఫార్మాట్ లో రాస్తే ఓకే. సో ఇప్పుడు ఇక్కడ v1 v2 v3 ఉన్నాయి కదా, ఈ eigen vectors ఏవైతే వస్తాయో, సో దోస్ eigen vectors if we write in the matrix format, then that matrix we can take it as a capital P. That capital P is a inversible. అంటే దానికి మనకు we can also find the inverse of that matrix. Okay. So that means indirectly it is a non-singular matrix. Determinant is not is equal to 0 అని చెప్తాం. సిమిలర్ గా సేమ్ క్యాపిటల్ ఏ కి eigen values వస్తాయి కదా, ఆ eigen values ని మనం ఎలా తీసుకుంటాం? lambda is equal to ఫర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్ 1 2 3 అనేవి మీకు eigen values అనుకోండి. ఈ 1 2 3 మనం ఎలా రాసుకుంటాం అంటే డయాగ్నల్ లో. ఓకే. డయాగ్నల్ మ్యాట్రిక్స్ అంటే ఏంటి? ఓన్లీ ప్రిన్సిపల్ డయాగ్నల్ లో ఎలిమెంట్స్ మాత్రం నాన్ జీరో అవ్వాలి. రిమైనింగ్ అప్పర్ ట్రయాంగిల్ గానీ లోవర్ ట్రయాంగులర్ లో ఉన్న వాల్యూస్ మనకి ఏం అవ్వాలంటే జీరోస్ అవ్వాలి. దోస్ టైప్స్ ఆఫ్ మ్యాట్రిసెస్ ఆర్ కాల్డ్ diagonal matrix. You know very well. Okay. So that is the statement of the diagonalization theorem. Okay. So now we are going to prove the proof of this diagonalization theorem. This theorem has another statement also, Amma. Here you can observe that capital A is diagonalizable if and only if there are enough eigenvectors to form a basis of Rn. Okay. Capital A is diagonalizable. Basically, where capital A is a square matrix, that square matrix is diagonalizable if and only if what is the condition? There are enough eigenvectors. Okay. You can observe the word Amma, eigenvector. There are enough eigenvectors to form a basis. To form a basis. Basis is nothing but you know very well it is a linearly independent. Okay. So basis is nothing but linearly independent. So therefore linearly independent eigenvectors. మీరు ఏ స్టేట్మెంట్ ని డిఫైన్ చేసినా కూడా ఓకే, whenever we are talking about the diagonalization theorem, so definitely capital A is diagonalizable if and only if it has a linearly independent eigenvectors. Linearly independent eigenvectors. So that is the condition. So here you can see in the previous lecture also we discussed that eigenvectors of a matrix capital A are linearly independent. In the unit 2 Amma, so we discussed this statement as a theorem. Eigenvalues of a matrix capital A are linearly independent. To prove this theorem Amma, so we assumed that these eigenvectors, whatever the eigenvectors are there, these eigenvectors we have to assume as linear dependent. But we got the contradiction, so therefore our supposition is wrong. Linear dependent is wrong. So finally eigenvectors are linear independent. Okay, we proved that the eigenvectors are linearly independent. Already మనం ఆ థీరం ని ప్రూవ్ చేసాం. సో ఎవరైతే ఆ థీరం ని మీరు చూడలేదు అనుకుంటే సో ఒకసారి ఆ థీరం ని చూసి ఈ డయాగనలైజేషన్ థీరం కి షిఫ్ట్ అవ్వండి. సో యూ కెన్ అండర్స్టాండ్ వెరీ ఈజీలీ. సో therefore now you can see the proof of this theorem Amma. Given that capital A is a n by n matrix, okay, from the statement if P is any square matrix, n by n matrix with columns v1 v2 up to v suffix n, ఈ కాలమ్స్ ఏంటివమ్మా మనకు v1 v2 v suffix n ఏంటివి? అవి eigen vectors. ఓకే, దేనికి eigen vectors? capital A అనే matrix కి eigen vectors. okay, so therefore capital P is any matrix with columns v1 v2 v suffix n and capital D is any diagonal matrix with diagonal entries lambda 1 lambda 2 lambda suffix n. ఇక్కడ lambda 1 lambda 2 lambda suffix n are also eigenvalues for the matrix capital A. That means without capital A there is nothing. So మనం capital A ని diagonalizable అని ప్రూవ్ చేస్తున్నాం కాబట్టి so we have to take that eigenvalues of capital A and eigenvectors of capital A. Eigenvectors as a columns of capital P, eigenvalues are the diagonal values of the matrix capital D. Then A into P is equal to, we have matrix capital A and matrix capital P, both are square matrices. Their product A into P is equal to A into, you know very well, capital P. So that is a matrix representation of all the eigenvectors V1, V2 up to so on V suffix n. So then you can multiply with the capital A, you will get A into V1, A into V2 up to so on A into Vn. That is taken as equation number 1. Just remember carefully. Next we have another equation, that is P into D. Okay, so P into D is equal to capital P will be as it is. Here D is the diagonalizable matrix. Here D is the diagonal, not diagonalizable, diagonal matrix. Diagonal matrix. Diagonalizable matrix is different. Diagonal matrix is different. Diagonal matrix is the matrix which has the only diagonal elements are non-zero. ఏదైనా మ్యాట్రిక్స్ కి మీకు డయాగ్నల్ ఎలిమెంట్స్ నాన్ జీరో అవ్వాలి. అవి కూడా మీకు ఎలా ఉండాలంటే సో ప్రిన్సిపల్ డయాగ్నల్ ఎగ్జిస్ట్ అవ్వాలి. ఓకే, సో దట్ మ్యాట్రిక్స్ ఈజ్ కాల్డ్ డయాగ్నల్ మ్యాట్రిక్స్. రిమైనింగ్ మనకు అప్పర్ ట్రయాంగులర్ కావచ్చు, లోవర్ ట్రయాంగులర్ కావచ్చు, ఇవన్నీ మనకి ఏమవ్వాలంటే జీరోస్ అయిపోవాలి. దట్ మ్యాట్రిక్స్ ఈజ్ కాల్డ్ డయాగ్నల్ మ్యాట్రిక్స్. డయాగ్నైజబుల్ మ్యాట్రిక్స్ అంటే ఇప్పుడు మనం డిస్కస్ చేస్తున్నాం అనమాట. విత్ ద హెల్ప్ ఆఫ్ డయాగ్నల్ మ్యాట్రిక్స్ ఓన్లీ, సో వీఆర్ గోయింగ్ టు ప్రూవ్ దట్ ద capital A is a diagonalizable matrix. So therefore, so we have taken two equations. The first equation is A into P. First equation is A into P. That is, we have equation number 1. And the second equation P into D is equal to, next we can simplify that value. P into D is equal to, substitute that P value. Okay, and substitute the D value. So then you can multiply them, you will get in this format. Lambda 1 V1, lambda 2 V2. Why? Because this one is the row and this one is the column. If you multiply with these values, then you will get those values only. Okay, so lambda 1 into V1, next to lambda 2 into V2 plus up to so on, you will get in this format in the matrix notation. So therefore lambda n into Vn, that is taken as equation number 2. Okay, so now we have to prove that let capital A be diagonalizable. Let capital A be diagonalizable and capital A is equal to PD P inverse. Whenever you take capital A is diagonalizable matrix. Okay, so you can also add this word among the capital A be diagonalizable matrix. Then according to the definition of the diagonalizable matrix, we can write capital A is equal to P into D into P inverse. That is the definition. And now write multiplying on both sides by P. Okay, so therefore A into P is equal to, for this equation we are multiplying right side. Okay, right multiplication, or else we can also say it as a post multiply. Post multiply also we can say. Post multiply with capital P on both sides for the above equation, then you will get in this format. A into P is equal to P into D into P inverse into P. So ఇక్కడ మీకు ఈ P అనేది మనం ఏంటంటే రైట్ సైడ్ మల్టిప్లై చేసాం. ఆ స్మాల్ ఆ ఈక్వేషన్ కి రైట్ సైడ్, లెఫ్ట్ సైడ్ మల్టిప్లై చేసి మీకు ఇక్కడ వస్తుందమ్మా. సో ముందర వచ్చేస్తుంది. So here right side multiplication. So therefore then you can see the continuation. A into P, LHS is equal to, here P inverse into P we have. In RHS P inverse into P we have. So therefore that value you will get capital I. So P into D into capital I, again you will get P into D only. So that step I wrote directly. So therefore A into P is equal to P into D. Where what is A into P, amma? A into P is the equation number 1. Okay, so and P into D is the equation number 2. You can see here equation number 2 is the P into D, and in the previous slide we have A into P is the equation number 1. Now both values are equal to, we got. Okay, so then we can equate the RHS values of the equation number 1 and equation number 2. So then you can equate RHS values of equation number 1 and equation number 2. Then you will get equation number 1 RHS value is A into V1, A into V2 up to so on A into V suffix n, and equation number 2 RHS lambda 1 V1, lambda 2 V2 up to so on lambda suffix n V suffix n. That is the, so then that resultant equation we can take it as a equation number 3. Equating on both sides we get here both, this one is one matrix and this one is one matrix, and both have the symbol equality. Then we can equate the corresponding values. We can equate the corresponding values. So by equating the corresponding values in equation number 3, we get that A into V1 is equal to lambda 1 into V1. A into V1 is equal to lambda 1 into V1. Next to A into V2. A into V2 is equal to lambda 2 into V2. A into V2 is equal to lambda 2 into V2. So the last two term you can take in this format. Okay, so therefore A into V suffix n is equal to lambda n into V suffix n. So these all values we can take in the equation number 4. You know very well, since capital P is inversible matrix from the statement, okay, the columns of matrix P, that is columns are V1, V2, V suffix n must be linearly independent. Okay, so according to the inversible matrix theorem, already we discussed this theorem, inversible matrix theorem. According to the inversible matrix theorem, whenever capital A is inversible, if and only if capital A spans R power n అని చెప్తాం. Capital A spans Rn. Capital A spans Rn. That means that eigenvectors are కాలమ్స్ ఆఫ్ క్యాపిటల్ ఏ. మన క్యాపిటల్ ఏ మ్యాట్రిక్స్ ఏవైతే మనకు కాలమ్స్ వస్తాయో, సో ఆ కాలమ్స్ అన్ని ఏంటంటే మనకు లీనియర్ ఇండిపెండెంట్ వెక్టర్స్ అన్నమాట. స్పాన్స్ ఈజ్ నథింగ్ బట్. ఓకే, సో ఇక్కడ కాలమ్స్ ఆఫ్ మ్యాట్రిక్స్ క్యాపిటల్ పి ఆర్ ఎయిగెన్ వెక్టర్స్ ఆఫ్ క్యాపిటల్ ఏ. ఆ పి అనే మ్యాట్రిక్స్ కి మన కాలమ్స్ ఎలా వస్తాయంటే క్యాపిటల్ ఏ అనే మ్యాట్రిక్స్ కి క్యారెక్టరిస్టిక్ ఈక్వేషన్, ఎయిగెన్ వాల్యూస్, ఆ ప్రాసెస్ అప్లై చేస్తే వచ్చే వాల్యూస్ ఇవి. సో అవి కంపల్సరీ మనకి ఏమైతే అంటే లీనియర్లీ ఇండిపెండెంట్. అండ్ ఆల్సో those are the eigen vectors కదా, కంపల్సరీ అవి మనకు నాన్ జీరో eigen vectors. v1 not is equal to 0, v2 not is equal to 0 up to so on, v suffix n not is equal to 0. So from equation number 4 we can say that similarly here we have lambda 1 from equation number 4. Here you can see from equation number 4 here lambda 1, lambda 2 up to so on lambda suffix n we have. Okay, from equation number 4 we can say that lambda 1, lambda 2 up to some lambda suffix n are eigenvalues. Why? Because all equations in equation number 4 are in the representation of a into x is equal to lambda into x format. A into x is equal to lambda into x. So this is the pure definition for the eigenvectors. Okay, so this is the pure definition for the eigenvectors. So eigenvectors are nothing but ఇక్కడ స్మాల్ x అనేది మీకు eigen vector where that x not is equal to 0. Whenever you say that eigen vector, then automatically lambda will become eigen value. Lambda will become eigen value. So therefore in this format we can say that lambda is a eigen value. So in place of lambda only here we have lambda 1, lambda 2 up to so on lambda suffix n. Okay, in place of lambda 1 only we have those values. So therefore we can say those values are the eigen values. And for the eigenvalues corresponding vectors v1, v2 also there. Okay, in that equation number 4 only we have v1, v2 up to some v suffix n also there. So therefore v1, v2, v suffix n are corresponding to the eigenvectors. So therefore capital A has n linearly independent eigenvectors. Capital A has n linearly independent eigenvectors. How you can say directly? From the theorem we discussed in the previous lectures, that is in unit 2 we discussed that whenever you take a square matrix capital A, since here capital A is a square matrix for that square matrix if you get finite number of eigenvectors, those vectors definitely linearly independent set. Okay, those vectors are definitely linearly independent, or the set of eigenvectors is a linearly independent set అని మనం క్లియర్ గా డిస్కస్ చేసాం. With the help of the theorem directly we can say that capital A has n అనేది ఎందుకంటే అక్కడ మనకు వేర్ n is the number of rows, వేర్ n is the number of columns. అన్ని రోస్ ఎన్ని ఉంటాయి మనకు అన్ని కాలమ్స్ ఉంటాయి కదా. సో మనకు ఎన్ని రోస్ ఉంటే ఎన్ని కాలమ్స్ ఉంటే అన్ని eigen values వస్తాయి. ఓకే, సో ఒకవేళ మీకు 3 a equal to 3/3 అని ఉంది అనుకున్నాం ఆర్డర్. సో 3/3 ఉంటే మీకు ఏమొస్తుంది 3 eigen values వస్తాయి. 3 eigen values కి 3 eigen vectors వస్తాయి. కాబట్టి మనం ఏమని చెప్తామంటే 3 లీనియర్లీ ఇండిపెండెంట్ eigen vectors అని చెప్పేసాం. అదే కదా మనకు హాఫ్ ఆఫ్ ద పార్ట్ క్యాపిటల్ A ఈజ్ డయాగ్నైజబుల్. ఇక్కడ చూడండి మనం ఏమని కన్సిడర్ చేసామంటే బిలో ఈక్వేషన్ నెంబర్ 2 అయ్యాక లెట్ క్యాపిటల్ A ఈజ్ డయాగ్నైజబుల్ అని కన్సిడర్ చేసాం. ఓకే, సో వీ హ్యావ్ లెట్ యాజ్ capital A is diagonalizable. We got as capital A has n linearly independent vectors. Okay, so manaku condition property prove అయిపోయింది కదా. సో ఇది half of the part of proof of this theorem. Next ఏంటంటే మనకు